And now for the keynote address, I'm very honored to invite, for the special remarks, His Excellency, Mr. Thierry Mathou, Ambassador of France to India. Can we please have a huge round of applause?
Eh bien, Mesdames les ministres, Monsieur le Président, cher Jérôme Chartier, dear Nadir Godrej, Monsieur le Président également, cher Summit, cher Payal, dear Sujata, Chief Secretary of the Government of Maharashtra, chers amis, dear friends, namaste, good morning, bonjour. I'm delighted to join you this morning for this very special session of Les Entretiens in Mumbai, and I would like to congratulate the organizers, especially Jérôme Chartier, for bringing this exceptional event to India. The choice of India is indeed not a surprise. India is a rising star on the international scene, and France, a long-standing strategic partner, is always eager to promote all types of dialogues between us, notably between our civil societies, which has been identified as a priority of our joint roadmap. And it's exactly what you are going to do today. France and India share a lot in common. We share values, democracy indeed. We share common objectives, strategy autonomy. We have common interests, especially developing a free Indo-Pacific region. But France and India also share something more, the taste for debate. What your Nobel Prize winner, Amartya Sen, called the argumentative Indian. Well, we have the same at home, the argumentative French, who likes to discuss, debate, often oppose, criticize, but above all, who is prone to dialogue and to ideas shake-ups. And it's exactly what you are going to do, coming from very different horizons, from India and France. Today, this debate focuses on Mumbai 2047. And this subject is relevant at least for two reasons. First, Mumbai is certainly a unique city that also serves as a lab, as a learning ground that can inspire many other cities, not only in India, but worldwide. It alone sums up the challenges faced by many other cities in the world. I often like to quote Jules Michelet, a French historian from the 19th century who have never been to India, but who once said, India is the matrix of the world, meaning that if India finds solution to solve the problems at home, it will have a solution for the challenge we face worldwide. And it's exactly the same with Mumbai. The solution developed locally can help others to address their challenges elsewhere, not only in India, but abroad. What are these challenges? First, ecological challenges. Since Mumbai, being a coastal city with a very dynamic port and dense human settlement, the question of rising water levels is essential. Did you know, for instance, that according to a study, Mumbai risks losing nearly 10% of its territory in the next 15 years if the rise in water levels continues in the current rate? The issue of pollution and air quality is also obviously essential to well-being and good public health. Pollution, air quality. Drinking water is also a key for a city of more than 20 million inhabitants. The challenge is also about public transportation, to facilitate urban mobility and connectivity in order to create a society that promotes access to all. Challenges of multiculturality, which is obvious in this city that welcomes population from all over India and for the world. Sports, higher education, urban culture are some of the key aspects that have to be addressed. When mentioning education and sports, we are very fortunate today to have two prominent former ministers who have did lots of achievement. Mrs. Najat Vallaud-Belkacem as Minister of Education, but also, I want to insist on that, as Minister for Gender Equality. Inclusivity is a key issue in a city like Mumbai. And of course, Mrs. Udaya Castera, who will be remembered as the Minister of the Olympic Games in Paris. I'm only mentioning a few of the challenges that Mumbai faces and that will be discussed during this session. The debate is all the more anticipated as Mumbai does not have a defined structure per se, but on the contrary, it's a changing city in the process of transforming itself, with the people in this city witness every day. Recently, critical new infrastructure projects have been put into service, such as the Atal Setu, longest sea bridge of India, connecting South Mumbai to New Mumbai, or the coastal road, which can significantly modify traffic movement in the city. The second reason why today's discussion is relevant is that it sets a time horizon, 2047, which marks the 100 year of India's independence, 100 year of creating the Indian Republic, which is also that set by Prime Minister of India to achieve developed status for the most populous country in the world. There is no doubt that Mumbai will achieve this sooner, as its assets are huge, financial capital, several international class universities, a remarkable connected city benefiting from a diversified and growing hinterland. Interesting enough, the President of France and the Prime Minister of India decided in July 2023 to adopt a roadmap to set the course of a bilateral relationship up to 2047. This roadmap is articulated around three pillars. First, a partnership to security and sovereignty to build sovereign defense capabilities together to provide concrete solutions to make Indo-Pacific an area of stability and sustainable development. Second, a partnership for the planet to strengthen energy security, to meet our climate objectives, jointly address the triple crisis of climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution, and support urban and ecological transition in India, as well as social inclusion. Third, a partnership for the people to promote exchanges, especially for the benefit of the youth, and promote regular dialogue between our cultures. All this, indeed, is very relevant to our debate. In the specific area of urban development, we have done a lot together and plan to do more, especially here in Mumbai. We carried out numerous actions because France and French companies have not only specific skills and know-how, but also entrepreneurs interested in bringing their technologies and experiences to their Indian partners. At the forefront, I want to mention AFD, the French Development Agency, which has a long-standing and rich presence in India on this topic, with almost 70% of its portfolio dedicated to urban development, including metro, smart city, water supply, and resiliency projects. Moreover, France was the only country directly investing and supporting the smart city missions through the Cities program, dedicated to sustainable urban development, and continues to this day. The second phase of this program is to be launched in the coming weeks with a double budget of 200 million euros from both AFD and its German counterpart, and a support from the EU. This second phase illustrates our joint ambition to promote climate-sensitive urban policies and projects at the city and state levels. New ideas are also explored. AFD, together with the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, awarded last week 30 startups developing innovative solutions for the waste sector to support them scaling up the implementation of their solutions. In Mumbai, the French companies are very active indeed. I would only take one example, that of Suez, which is rehabilitating and developing the water treatment plant in Worli, a huge project. But many others are dynamic, innovative, integrating the latest technologies. They are also present today to participate in our discussion, and I'm very happy of this exchange. Most of our cities face similar challenges, with more or less depending on geographic location. But the issues are much the same. How to reconcile infrastructure development and respect for the environment? How can we promote access to public equipment and services for all? How to plan to make the modern city less aggressive, especially for the weakest, and more inclusive? How can we encourage the diversity of economic, cultural, and educational activities in an harmonious way? While addressing these questions through your debate, I'm confident you can find some answers. I wish you a fruitful exchange of ideas and an excellent outcome, which may outline the framework for reflection by combining skills and points of view within which this exceptional city may be able to guide its development and have clues for other cities worldwide. We often say that the heart of India beats in Mumbai, the city of dreams. Let's make dreams become real at the Horizon 2047. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. And now for the keynote address, I'm very honored and pleased to invite on stage Srimati Sujata Saunik, Chief Secretary of Maharashtra from the Government of Maharashtra. Could you please welcome her with a huge round of applause? Thank you.
Namaskar, bonjour, and thank you for having me here today. Ambassador Mathou, thank you for your address. I think you set the context very well. I'm also delighted to welcome the other guests who are here today. Mr. Godrej, Head of the Regional Economic Services from the Embassy of France in India, and of course, my dear colleague, Jean-Marc Chalet, the Consul General of France, whom I met recently and exchanged some thoughts and our shared love for books. And also the organizers for organizing this Mumbai, France interviews. Indeed, it gives me a lot of pleasure to share with you what is our vision of how we see Mumbai metropolitan area grow. I also welcome all the distinguished guests. I see some familiar faces in the audience, and also all the officers and dignitaries who have joined us this morning. It's a great honor for me to actually be present here and share what we think can be done to the city and develop it as a global hub for innovation, talent, and sustainable growth by 2047, which is our centenary independence year. It is only fitting that we explore new avenues for collaboration, investment, and mutual prosperity, given France's long association with India and also your proven expertise in various sectors. Cities have the capability of providing something for everybody, only because and only when they are created by everybody. So I'm here before you today to invite everyone to join hands and share their own vision of what this area should look like in the future. Globally, the most successful urban economic hubs, New York, London, Paris, Tokyo, Shanghai, have thrived not only because of their economic might, but because they have been able to attract high-quality talent. Maharashtra state, especially in Mumbai, is on a similar trajectory, combining the economic vitality of a major financial center with the potential to become a world-class place to live, work, and thrive. The MMR, as we call it, accounts for nearly 31.2% of Maharashtra's GDP and contributes significantly to India's overall economic output. With its rich talent pool, particularly in the services sector, Mumbai offers a perfect ecosystem for the industries such as finance, technology, media, healthcare, education, and may I add, innovation. This city, region, home to 10 million jobs, is rapidly expanding its capabilities, and with an economic master plan in place we recently launched, we are positioning Mumbai as a leading global destination. I think some of these factors were highlighted by my colleague, Mr. Sankhe, earlier, although I know he gave a very rushed presentation, but during the day I'm sure you would have an opportunity to get more information on what exactly has been planned. The Maharashtra government is committed to transforming Mumbai into a global logistics and economics hub, as has already been detailed earlier, supported by a comprehensive infrastructure framework. Several large-scale projects are under development, including what we would like to call enhanced connectivity through the metro. We have 14 different projects currently in various stages of development, out of which 4 are likely to start soon. One will follow a little later. However, what we look forward from France is the ability to make it more cohesive, because these lines have started at different times with different partners. We need to have a cohesive plan how to make it work for providing proper interregional connectivity, also making transport and movement through Mumbai more easy. As we all know, it's not so easy right now. Ports like the Vadhavan and Dighi are set to become strategic economic models. I think we are the only state in India which has 2 new ports coming up very soon, and this is going to also transform the coastal landscape. Mumbai's Trans-Harbour Link and the metro expansions, as I illustrated earlier, will definitely enhance mobility, making the region even more attractive for global investors. One of the things we are looking forward also is to how to improve the Mumbai airport, moving from one runway to maybe another one, if you're lucky. Sustainable urbanization would also require that we build, or at least plan to build, a more greener and inclusive city with renewable energy powering our industries and green spaces which are integrated into urban planning. Right now, it's not a very walkable or a bikeable city. How do we work towards that is the big question. So the global commitments, like our Paris Agreement, where France and India have been partners in combating climate change, also gives me the thought that perhaps we should make climate adaptive urban landscapes coming up in the future. Heat is something that we need to deal with in a big way. With temperatures always soaring above 40 degrees, we need to have urban spaces, especially the new areas that are coming up, which are able to combat heat and provide some respite and not be very energy dense systems to bring about cooling. Smart city initiatives will also ensure that Mumbai's growth remains sustainable, providing a high quality of life for all its residents. The industrial and manufacturing revitalization that we are planning to do, as we know, we have always been a hub for services. Now we are moving more towards manufacturing and logistics. That requires a skill set change. So efforts have to be made into bringing in more skilling activities, which can provide incentives to both industries and the labor force, including women, to participate in these new age industrial inputs that we want to bring into the city. It is possible that Mumbai can again become a leader in the industrial innovation, particularly in sectors like advanced manufacturing, biotechnology, and digital technologies. I would like to make a mention here about how, in the past, France has been a leader in protecting its cultural heritage. India, and indeed Mumbai, is also having a lot of heritage structures. How do we ensure that they integrate effectively with the new developments that we are doing, providing tourism a boost and also providing a passion for heritage architects to come up with new ideas to make these living spaces, to revitalize them. And I hope that from France we can get some inputs on that. So preserving our cultural heritage is also something I hope we will be able to exchange valuable insights and also expertise, so that our historical monuments and cultural sites, we also have a lot of forts, we have a lot of temples. These are also beacons for people to gather in their free time. How do we revitalize them, not only as a place of worship or as a place to visit for a short time, but to have related activities around that hub which can engage everybody, from the young children to youth to the elderly, and make them active participants of being witness to India's and Maharashtra's rich, glorious past. I hope this collaboration will bring in opportunities for us to blend global best practices. We don't need to repeat the mistakes, but rather learn from the past and move forward with a time-tested system of quickly preserving and revitalizing our cultural heritage. For France and for the broader community, Mumbai offers a strategic entry point into one of the fastest growing regions of the world. French businessmen from luxury goods, as we all know, and engineering and renewable energy have a long history of success in India. Some of your leading brands do a lot of consumer protection and also corporate social responsibility activities. We would very much like to learn from them as well and have our leading brands partner with them. As we move forward to 2047, I hope we can collaborate mainly on these three sectors: smart cities and urban development, as I have illustrated earlier, renewable energy and clean technologies, and also education and innovation. And I hope that we will be able to also work together in key sectors like artificial intelligence, biotechnology, in which Mumbai can also emerge as a leader in this region particularly. As Parag Khanna famously said, the future is Asian. And Asia can be dizzyingly difficult to understand even for Asians. India, too, is pretty dizzyingly difficult to understand for Indians. So I can quite imagine, the sense of, you may be thinking, are they really going to be able to do this? And how exactly, and in how much time? I assure you that we as a team in the government, as well as all our related agencies in the urban development sector, are very ready for this. And we look forward to you engaging with us and helping us move forward. I am aware that Maharashtra is currently in the election mode, and so I will not say too much on that aspect, except to say that Niti Aayog is holding another meeting next week. We are looking forward to that, sharing more ideas. And I invite all our French partners to join us in this journey to invest in Mumbai's future as a global hub, and to also collaborate in creating a city which can become a beacon for young and the old, everyone to come and live and work here. I also look forward to us engaging with all the local agencies in Maharashtra and in the state who have some ideas, something to offer, have done work in the past, agencies like the UDRI, who have ideas that they would like to bring forward. So I look forward to having more of these discussions and conclaves. But at the same time, I must thank the French consulate and the Consul General in particular for organizing these Mumbai interviews. I quite like the word. And I hope that together we can work towards a more interconnected future than we have today. Thank you once again for having me. Jai Maharashtra, and also Jai Hind, and may I also add, Vive la France. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Saunik, to reassure Indo-French ties across all spheres. And now it gives me immense pleasure to invite on stage for the inaugural address, Mr. Nadir Godrej, who's also supported us for this event, who's the chairman and managing director of Godrej Industries Limited. Could you please welcome Mr. Godrej with a huge round of applause? Thank you.
Mesdames et messieurs, bonjour. Partout, il y a des valeurs traditionnelles, mais après le siècle de lumière, les nouvelles valeurs sont répandues dans le monde entier. Ces valeurs peuvent réunir le monde. Nous sommes très contents que les entretiens sont venus à Mumbai. Merci beaucoup à Jérôme Chartier, Sumit Anand et la Chambre de commerce franco-indien et IFCCI pour organiser les entretiens de Mumbai. Mumbai est une grande ville commerciale et culturelle, et aujourd'hui, c'est un nouveau chapitre en se projetant en 2047, lorsque Mumbai deviendra une des plus grandes métropoles du monde. La croissance de Mumbai est rapide et bien sûr, on peut avoir des problèmes. Si on travaille ensemble, on peut trouver des bonnes solutions. Bienvenue à tous les invités distingués de la France, les ministres, l'ambassadeur, etc. Et maintenant, quelques mots en anglais. Ladies and gentlemen, for my non-Francophone, Anglophone friends, I would first like you to please excuse my French. I know this expression is a double entendre, but I would like to assure you that everything I said was very polite. Bombay was where West met East, a veritable cultural feast. Along with good Indian tradition, there was also an ambition to attain progressive Western thought. Enlightenment was keenly sought. The ideas of Lord Macaulay, by some are thought to be a folly. To my mind, that is a pity. Global thinking makes a global city. British thought, of course, was there, but the French also had their share. Of course, it is only fair to mention cercle littéraire. Several erudite Parsi gents had the gumption and the sense to set up a French library. Over the years, we clearly see many French authors came for shore, signed their names in the livre d'or. London was a revolutionary spot, but when the going there got hot, to Paris Madame Kama fled. She set up base there instead. The new group that we then see was the Paris India Society. A recent discovery I'd like to share. Amongst the founders listed there, my granduncle, Manchesha Godrej, was one of those who set the stage. France and Mumbai had so many ties. That's what makes this meeting wise. Mumbai's growth has been fast. In recent times and in the past, the skyline gets higher by the day. It's a great place to work and play. Recently, it received a shout from none other than Time Out, 12th on the list, and if you see, it ranked right behind Paris. A coincidence, there is no doubt, but then today, worth pointing out, the strong ties of India and France did not arise just by chance. There is a certain affinity that we all quite clearly see. With independence came India's rise, and France and India's formal ties, 100 years of India's rise, 100 years of Indo-French ties. Can we together dream of heaven by 2047? There's much we can do on our own, but with dialogue we can hone new skills to reach a greater height. Keeping this brave new world in sight, I must salute Jérôme Chartier, for he has found the perfect way to ensure that we all see an all-inclusive humanity. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam has a very soothing hum. As our slogan for G20, it certainly helped us plenty. It works for us everywhere, a brilliant concept we widely share. Globally, we should spread the word, but back home too, let it be heard. Once we talk of us and them, unfortunately we condemn without reprieve what we call other. No longer are they sister, brother. Let's not act in moments of heat. Don't take disputes to the street. It is our collective duty to see every kind of beauty. Diversity is our strength. We should go to any length, and in all businesses we should see the broadest reach of diversity. Not only is it fair and right, it would give us the best insight. Since life is full of many hard knocks, we need to think out of the box. Diversity is the perfect aid when we are required to wade through troubled waters or quagmires. Unusual thought is what inspires. And yet creating rifts is often sought between traditional and progressive thought. However entrenched dogma may seem, fact and truth should reign supreme. Honest dialogue is the only way that we can convincingly play. For coexistence is a must, or all of us will go bust. Middle ground is hard to find unless we are kind and use our mind. The Entretiens can help us see the value of shared humanity. Mumbai has grown for very long. New infrastructures come on strong. The Atal Setu, the coastal road, all this indeed will surely bode so very well for years to come. Our French experts will now bring some unusual insights to bear. Quite different learnings they can share. Rapid growth brings problems galore. Mumbai's experienced this for sure. New solutions can help to fix it. In good time, we can be Vixit. With enlightenment now cited, surely our PM will be delighted. Indian tradition and enlightenment light, together we can make our future bright. Thank you.